This video is made possible by our loyal Patreon supporters. Visit patreon.com/PsycheTruth.
Hey everybody, my name is Tessa. It's been a while since I filmed a video for y'all and I'm really excited to be back. Definitely a weird time with, having been in quarantine, and I'm just really excited to be back giving massages. And today I'm going to be giving a massage to the lovely Courtney. And she was just telling me that she's been having headaches. So today we are going to do some scalp and also some neck and maybe some pectoral as well. And as I think about it, I'm actually going to start with some chest work, some pectoral work. So I'm going to go ahead and just jump right in. And I really like to start with the pectoral muscles. And you had said that you have asthma, and that can actually help with clearing up some congestion. Yeah. And the muscles in your chest can get kind of contracted when you have asthma. And I just like to work nice and slow. Do you like firmer pressure usually? Kind of medium? Okay. You definitely have a little bit of contraction in there. Do you, when your asthma flares up, do you cough a lot? Those muscles in there are pretty tight. And I'll always notice a difference from right to left. Your right side is pretty tight. Are you right-handed? If I find a spot, I'll usually spend a little more time. So I like to start a little further down, and then I'll work my way up the chest, and then I'll kind of keep going down towards the chin and then back up, and just feeling how we're progressing to go up and down. And if I feel a spot, I'll sometimes hold it, do a little trigger point, about 30 seconds or less. And this is actually really good for anxiety as well. Sometimes the pectoral muscles get pretty tight. You're going through some anxiety, which I know a lot of us are right now. I'm just working my way down. Soft tissue. Not really going too deep. And remembering to breathe myself. Sometimes I forget to breathe when I'm doing this, which isn't very good. How's that pressure? For some reason, your right side is just like pretty tight. And just starting in the middle of the chest and working my way down, feeling for any tightness, any contraction. Just paying attention. And I'm going to go ahead and work my way up one more time. Starting to feel some release in there. That right side. And working my hands down at a diagonal, moving along the muscle. I'm just going slow. It's kind of the key with pectoral work. Don't want to rush. And again, just holding. If I feel contraction or tightness, just pausing. Working my way towards the clavicle area, just working my way down, nice and slow. And I'm gonna go move into the neck now, the shoulder joints a little bit. And I'm going to try to not get oil in your hair. Now pushing these shoulders down, can move up towards the ears, which isn't good. And again, just nice and slow. This area, about half an inch below the hairline, can get really tight if you have a desk job or if you do a lot of sitting. And people tend to love that suboccipital work. Right in there. And if you're a therapist, one thing to keep in mind is be aware of how often you're telling someone that they're tight, because people can actually start to feel kind of bad about being too tight or whatever. So just use your discretion and be mindful of how much you're saying that, even if you notice it. I love doing compressions along the hairline, occipital area. Kind of a quicker way to relieve some pressure. Do you want more pressure? Is it too much? And just doing little circles along the hairline. Being mindful of any tension that I feel just spending a little longer on those areas. And just like on the chest, I'll kind of start towards the ears and then work my way down and in, and do that a few times. And again, just little circles, feeling for any tightness. Noticing some tightness on that left side especially. And this can definitely contribute to headaches. Working on this area can be very helpful when it comes to relieving pressure in the head. And also, if you have like chronic headaches, it's a good thing to check and see if you're clenching your jaw throughout the day. And just be mindful of that. I'm just really taking my time in this occipital area. I'm doing little circles and then being still, pausing, applying pressure. I feel a lot of tension. So starting with both sides, I'm going to go ahead and turn your head to the left and focus more on the right side. Same thing, just doing little circles. Trying to stay mindful of my own body at the same time, not rolling my shoulders or leaning forward too much. And same thing, starting towards the center of the hairline and working my way towards the ear. So it's actually not the same thing. With both hands, I was starting like by the ear. And little circles. And pausing those areas that are really tight. So once things start to feel a little better in that hairline area, those occipital muscles, I'll go ahead and move into the neck a little more. And I like to remind that shoulder to just move down. And moving into those deeper neck muscles. Continuing to work on the suboccipitals in a different way. And always with the neck, I just like to work really slow and not try to rush through it. And being careful as I get lower in here because it can be really sensitive. And sometimes you can notice that shoulder start to creep up. And just giving that neck space. And just starting to work a little bit deeper. Are you comfortable with a little more? So when I start to go deeper, I usually use my thumb. And starting up towards the hairline and working my way down. And I don't want to just dig my thumb right in because these muscles can be really sensitive. So just being mindful of how Courtney's responding and listening to that. And again, just starting at the hairline and working my way down. And lightening the pressure as I get closer towards the chest because it can be really sensitive again. Working my way down. Those muscles are responding really well. And finally working on this last muscle right here. And noticing that the mid-scaling is a little bit tighter, going back, spending this last minute or so just stripping that muscle a little bit more. And just a little fun fact. So when you work upwards, you're actually helping the lymphatic system. I like to work upwards as much as I can during a massage. So I'm going to go ahead and do your left side now. I'm going to turn your head. And same thing, just starting along that hairline. Moving into the occipitals a little more on this left side. And starting towards the earlobe, working my way down towards the center of the neck, along that hairline. And again, if you feel tension, just pause, spend a little more time. There tends to be more tension like closer to the earlobe you are in most people. Is that too much? No. And just little circles, holding when it feels really tight. And I'm going to start working into these scalene muscles a little more on the side of the neck, as well as the upper trap a little bit. And not just digging into the neck right away, really warming up those neck muscles a little bit more before I do any thumb work. And also just feeling for spots that I need to pay extra attention to. And finally, getting in there a little bit deeper. And yeah, just starting to strip that muscle a little bit. It helps a lot with headaches. And a little bit firmer towards the earlobe, and then a little lighter towards the chest. Doing a little bit of trigger point, just holding. For people that have chronically tight necks, I'll do a lot more trigger point, a lot more holding. But you don't want to overdo it. And just finishing with a longer motion with my fingers. Moving into the chest just slightly. It's a really sensitive area. Not going as deep. And just wrapping up this neck massage. I always like to end with a little stretch, a little tug for the neck, but of course you want to be really careful. And you want to be nice and gentle. You're going to grab just at the hairline without pulling the hair. It's kind of harder than it looks. Thank you for joining us today. I hope that you enjoyed getting to spend this time with Courtney and I. Please join us for more massage videos in the future and enjoy the rest of your day.
Many of our subscribers don't see our videos. Make sure that you click the notification bell. And if you haven't already, follow us on social media for tips, tutorials, giveaways, and daily inspiration.
We have over 1,000 videos on PsycheTruthPatrons.com, including our premium massage series, extended fashion haul modeling, ASMR massage and back tickling, behind the scenes, and more. Visit PsycheTruthPatrons.com today. Our Patreon supporters also gain automatic access to PsycheTruthPatrons.com with new exclusive videos each week and over 1,000 videos available now. Click the Patreon symbol in the middle of the screen.